Hi guys, I'm Paul with Selene Americas, and here with Ariel, Dawn, and Asher. They have Chéile, a Selene 53, and they're going to do a little tour of their boat for you today, but we're here at their first East Coast Rendezvous. We're here at the second annual East Coast Selene Rendezvous here in Baltimore, and it's a beautiful day.
Yeah.
And we wanted to announce a new record. Asher is now officially the youngest Selene owner, and doing a great job of helping to balance out the average of Selene owners.
Yeah, totally.
These guys have been wonderful as far as really right away getting involved with the Selene family and the Selene community, and we think that you'll really enjoy hearing from them and seeing their boat. But maybe just to start off with, can you guys just say a little bit about year of your boat and how did you end up finding Selene, and how's your experience been so far?
Yeah. So it's a 2005 53, hull number 30. And I actually came across the Selene brand in the early 2000s at a Baltimore Trawler Fest. And at the time, we owned a 30-foot, like a little pocket cruiser, and I wanted something that could be fuel efficient, but kind of bring all the creature comforts that we were missing on a much smaller boat with us. So we had moved and sold that boat, and then we were kind of between boats for a very long time. And then recently we just kind of started to look, and, you know, the Selene brand always stuck with me along the way as kind of the right balance of seawater, you know, blue water capability, and just like the inside beauty and craftsmanship and woodwork.
Fabulous. And how about a little of your background in getting into the boating world?
Yeah, I grew up on a boat like Don did. My dad primarily sailed, so we're comfortable at cruising at, 7 knots. And we also had a power boat, and we had our history of our own power boat. So being on the water is just like a big part of who we are growing up and then together as a family. So Don was really big on Selene, like he mentioned, but I wasn't sure. So I thought, well, we'll see. I'll go to Trawler Fest. I actually went without him. He was traveling to look at all the different brands. We had been doing our research and stuff, and I was able to look at Selene 53 actually, and I left Trawler Fest after looking at other brands and said, that is the boat for us. That is so nice. I think that would be a beautiful boat for us. So I came around.
Yeah.
Good job, Don.
Yeah.
And any cruising that you guys are most excited about doing as far as future plans?
Yeah, so we definitely want to go north in the summers to kind of escape the DC heat and humidity.
Yeah.
So we want to be able to go both to New England, which is where, I kind of grew up boating, but also up to the Thousand Islands, where we kept our last boat, and kind of along the St. Lawrence.
Nice.
Long term, we'd really like to do that down east loop, because that's definitely our speed.
Yeah.
And retirement really isn't on the near term horizon for us. So mostly like long trips in the summer, and then we stick around the Chesapeake in the spring and fall. And we'll see what happens from there.
Yeah. Do you work remotely from the boat some?
Some, yeah. But I'm still in the office, regularly. So, but if I need to work on the boat, it's quite comfortable, quite capable. So,
yeah. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, do you guys want to show us around your boat?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wonderful. Cool. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome aboard Chéile. So we're in the cockpit area and the aft of the boat. And during the summer, we keep all of this open, but in the winter we have full enclosure that we can put around here. So it's like an extra room during the colder months that we can kind of seal up. What do you like most about the cockpit?
It depends on where we are. If we're out at anchor or, wherever the morning sun is, I like to be outside in the morning. So sometimes this is a great spot to have morning tea or coffee. And it's just a nice big open space. So we don't have a table here yet, but our plans are to get a table that we can have meals here and just enjoy time together outside.
Yeah, and I think one of the things that's nice is when we're docking, because this is a full walk-around boat.
Yeah.
You know, you've got easy access to everything, and with these doors, we can close it up, and our son is safe, right? These bulkheads are taller than he is.
Yeah.
So, he's well protected here, so we don't have to always be worrying about where he's at. Mm-hmm. I think the one other thing that I like there's the lazarette underneath the cockpit area, and the storage that's in there is pretty immense. And Selene puts the same really nice cabinetry that they put in the rest of the boat, even in the lazarette. So you get that same high level of kind of quality and
attention to detail.
Yeah, that you see throughout the boat. And I think we can move on to the salon. Yeah,
good,
awesome.
Welcome to our salon. This is the inside main living area of our boat. Selene provides a very comfortable living space. We have this nice settee and table. The table goes up and down, and it also folds in and out, which is awesome for storage and moving around and having people in and out of the boat. We also have nice chairs that we sit and relax in, and we have a TV cabinet here where we have a TV underneath. The salon is, the main living area, and it's right adjacent to the galley. So it's nice because, just like at home, you spend a lot of time in your galley, and we certainly do, cooking and just being together. So this is a nice kind of open floor plan for this space. I
think just, the little details, there's no sharp corners anywhere, even on the insides of the drawers that you pull out, of smooth edges. There's always something to grab onto it with one or two hands, but it's incorporated into the look of the boat without kind of standing out. And I just love that table too. The craftsmanship on that is just phenomenal.
Classic.
Yeah. And I think it's a good balance of an area that you can actually live in, but that has that classic boat look to it, and that's something that we just love.
Yeah, and when we're underway, we've had a few different times when we've been cruising and the weather's not been nice. It's been rainy or even cold, and we just come in here and hang out just like we're at home, and watch a movie or take a nap or have a cup of coffee. It's just so inviting and comfortable, even if it's not nice outside, which is really a treat for being on a boat, because that doesn't always happen.
Yeah. And being up and having, windows all around, windows that open so you can get a nice cross breeze without having to run the air conditioning, really makes it nice and comfortable, kind of regardless of the conditions.
Okay, so this is our galley. Again, a main feature of our boat. We are creatures of comfort, and so we really wanted to have an oven on the boat. Every Selene is slightly different. Some don't have ovens, some don't have microwaves, some have dishwashers, some don't. So each one is a little unique and different. Some have they don't have the stand-up fridge and freezer. They have large drawer fridge and freezer, which is really cool. We have just a standard refrigerator, microwave, stovetop, and oven. When we were getting the boat, I had this very just excitement about making brownies on the boat. And we were gifted with a box of brownies and a brownie pan when we closed on the boat. So that was one of the first things we did is our son and I made brownies together, and that was really nice.
I ate the brownies.
Yeah, you got to eat the brownies. We all did. We all enjoyed them.
Yeah.
Pretty standard. I mean, there's a trash compactor, which I wasn't sure that was going to be important to us, but it definitely is when you're out traveling for a long time without access to dumpsters. Being able to compact the trash is really important. And then we have a kind of a external dishwasher that we bought this year. It's new. We think it's really cool. It's made by a company in, I think, Ireland, and it shipped to us really quickly. It is amazing. It only uses this small little canister of water to wash the dishes, which, on a boat, you're always thinking about conserving resources and conserving water. And so we really do use much less water running the dishwasher, and it fits about a meal's worth of dishes in it. I like to cook. We like to eat on the boat, and so for me, it was kind of a deterrent to cook on the boat and to do all the dishes, right? You're like exhausted, and then you have to do all the dishes. So the dishwasher was really nice. So it was kind of a big deal to us. So some of them have it built in. We happen to get this aftermarket product that we really like. So again, you can get whatever kind of features are important to you. And then right now I'm actually running the Instapot. I have some spiced cider that's mulling in the Instapot, so it smells so delicious in here that we can enjoy later. So you can have your just regular appliances here too.
Yeah. And I think like cooking in the galley is pretty convenient.
Mm-hmm.
Our boat has a propane stove, which we like. Everything's a trade-off, but what's nice about that is you don't have to run the generator to be able to use the stove while you're at anchor. And kind of little details in the galley that I like. Things like the vent hood actually vents outside. So like while we're cooking and, we're at anchor and we don't want to turn on the generator or on the air conditioner, all of the hot, moist air gets vented outside, and it's still pretty comfortable in here with the windows open and a nice cross breeze. So, you don't always see that on boats, and, it keeps everything nice and comfy in here. We've been able to cook while we're underway, too, which is, nice. The boat ride's stable enough that we can do that. That it makes, kind of a long cruise just like normal.
Just like being at home.
Yeah.
And there's lots of storage on everywhere in the boat. It's like hidden and obvious. There's very like
we're still finding storage.
We're still finding storage. This cabinet goes all the way back to
you can access it from this side or that side, which is pretty clever. Yeah,
clever. And then we also have a large pantry here with drawers in it, and then drawers there, drawers here, a huge cabinet over here. So lots and lots of storage.
Yeah.
Plenty of space. Okay, would you like to go up to the pilot house?
Yeah, let's go to the pilot house.
Ready?
So we're in the pilot house, which is for sure my favorite room on the boat. We have this nice settee where, when we were first looking at boats, I just kind of assumed you would need a helm chair.
Mm-hmm.
You could actually pilot the boat really comfortably from here. And we added kind of the director's chair, which is nice because when I want to sit there, we can put it in. When I don't, we can move it out of the way and have that walking space in there. But piloting the boat from up here is comfortable. We've got the remote autopilot, so, we can make adjustments as we go. And we have the watch berth, which is one of Asher's favorite spots to hang out. And there's a lot of natural light in here. The visibility is fantastic. And again, like all of these little details where, rounded corners, just a little lip on the table. I never have to think about where to have a spot to grab something. There's, handles are built in everywhere. And, just the look of the boat over, its many years, it's still in fantastic shape.
Mm-hmm.
And the electronics have been upgraded over the years. We've got a pretty modern electronics package with some PC navigation software and Freer electronics. But like the main kind of bones of the boat are still, consistent with what came out of the factory. And that's just, kind of speaks to the quality that Selene puts out. And we've been in this boat in, fairly nautical conditions.
Mm-hmm.
And
this is the place where we all come.
Yeah, this is the place to be. And, there is that the saying that, the boat can take more than you can, which is true. And it's true on many boats. I've never been on a boat that this boat can take a whole lot more than I can. Where, other boats, it's like, yes, it can, but like, I don't know, we're I feel like we're approaching that point pretty quickly. This is just, it's like a tank in the water.
Yeah.
You feel incredibly safe, even in very rough conditions, and just the quality and security and stability of this boat cruising for long distances has been fantastic. And again, it's the blend of modern, with all these screens and controls and everything, with like classic, wooden wheel that I just really appreciate.
I use.
Yeah. And that, it's a family endeavor.
Yeah.
For sure, is that we all are like bought in on, knowing all of the different systems and doing all the different things. Like, I could not do this by myself.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. And we each have our own ways of preferences. When we're underway. I autopilot is wonderful, but I also like to just take the helm if there's traffic or whatever. It makes me feel more comfortable, and the boat is very responsive.
Yeah. And docking was, I had always, larger boats, I had always piloted and docked twin engine, so I was a little intimidated by single engine, even with the thrusters. And the thrusters they're really nice to have, and it does make docking the boat easy. But I found, even without the thrusters, the boat is incredibly maneuverable at slow speeds. Docking with just the shift and knowing how the boat is going to behave, this has been one of the easier boats I've had to dock, and part of that, I think, is because of just the immense weight. And things happen that doesn't, if you go slow, the boat will also go slow, and you have time to be able to make adjustments that, like, we've done really well docking this boat.
We came in here. It's a pretty tight spot. We came in and we basically did a 180 and pulled it into the dock, which I thought was pretty cool because it's a tight spot.
And there was a 15-knot breeze. Non-trivial. So so we can go downstairs and take a look at the staterooms.
Okay, sounds good. Welcome to Asher's room. Asher picked out this room on the boat, and tell us why you picked this room out.
Because it has a bed that's big enough for me.
It does. It's just the right size for you. And then what's over here that you really like?
A desk.
A desk. What do you do at that desk?
I do Legos. And this time I displayed something that I just got.
Oh yeah, what is it?
A dog.
Yeah, so Asher won a raffle at the Selene Rendezvous, and he got this cute little toy dog that he displayed in his room.
Yep.
What else do you like to do in your room that's under there?
I like to play my piano.
Yeah, you like to play your piano. This summer we were out on the boat for an extended period of time, and Asher takes piano lessons, and our piano teacher said we could just do a little video chat piano lesson with him. So we got all geared up to do that with him, and that was pretty fun. So Asher got to play his piano while on the boat. All right, I think we'll take a look at the other stateroom. So this is the VIP suite. It's a queen size bed. We have storage underneath the this part pulls up, and there's storage underneath the bed. We also have a large drawer here, and then like a smaller cabinet down there. Most Selene's, that we understand, this is the layout of the VIP suite. There's a couple of different options. We just have a single door here separating it from the hallway and the VIP bathroom, but sometimes they have another door behind this door that if you close the main door into the room, then you can have the VIP bathroom and the VIP bedroom connected, which is really nice when you have guests for like privacy. It really feels like a whole suite together. So that's kind of a neat thing. We don't have that, but it is kind of nice. There's lots and lots of storage in here. We have fit all kinds of things in these very large cabinets that we have on either side. And then we have the VIP head, which is actually the larger of the two heads on this boat. Has a shower, typical, sink, toilet. It has quite a bit of storage, and again, it's just kind of the more spacious of the two bathrooms. I would say, the only differences that I've seen with this is on other boats is some of them have more of the wooden finishes, which are really, really nice. Obviously, there's pros and cons to having wood in a bathroom. We don't. We have just the fiberglass walls and everything, and it's just very durable and very functional. So, and ours has held up really nice. It looks great. We don't have any really major corrosion or anything.
Shower's really great to use. Nice and comfy. Yeah. So
great to take a shower on the boat. It's just very cozy.
And they have like teak grates on the floor and like a nice bench seat made out of teak that, again, like have held up and just have like that level of craftsmanship in them that is so nice.
Yeah, really sharp.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to the masters.
Yeah.
Welcome to the master suite. So here we have our living quarters. We have a nice queen size bed. It takes typical queen sized sheets and blankets. We have an ensuite that has, all the accoutrements, a shower, toilet, sink, nice big mirrors on the backs of the doors, and as well over here, nice makeup mirror and plenty of storage. We have a large cabinet over there, and then we have a nice like a table, a countertop for decorations, for storage. There's a makeup mirror that pops up with a jewelry storage area. And then on either side, there's the built-in bedside tables with a drawer and a cabinet for each. So there's lots of lights in here, which is really nice too, and you can turn them all off and on kind of depending on what you're looking for. So we really like in this room. It's a midship, so it's in the center of the boat. It's very, very still. It's very calm. It's very stable here as compared to like a V-berth master where you're getting a little bit more of the bumps if you're hitting some weather or if you're on anchor and there's waves coming in. So this is really nice. There's windows on either side, and we do get a cross breeze if we open everything up, but also if it's that hot, we'll turn the air conditioning on, so we don't feel stuffy in here.
Yeah.
The engine room is right adjacent to this, and the way that our boat is set up, that is separate behind this door. So we have a door that separates us from the door to the engine room, and that's because we have a second staircase on this boat, which is really cool. But other Selenes, if they don't have the second staircase, then that engine room door might be inside of the master suite, but it just kind of like widens things up. Also, if you don't have the second staircase, you get a bigger head, which is really nice. And then I also know that some of the other layouts have a bigger head where Asher's room is. They just kind of extend that out and they lose a bedroom. But so there's, they say you've seen one Selene, you've only seen one Selene because they're all so unique and so customizable.
Yeah. And with the midship, sleeping underway is really comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
We have cats that we bring with us. They sleep down here while we're underway quite happily.
Yeah, they come here.
Yeah. Both of us have taken, rest time down here while we're underway. I don't know what soundproofing they use on this boat, but it's quiet in here despite a very large engine being on the other side of that wall.
Right.
It is not loud. We can have a conversation at this volume level, standing here while we're underway with no problem. And that also goes for, if there's noise outside the boat, we like to kind of sleep in quiet. And it's very, very, very quiet inside.
I did not even hear the fireworks last night.
Yeah. There was a concert the other night outside, and I could hear it when I was upstairs. But I come down here, and it's as quiet as just the fan running. So it's the construction and the time that they put in to think about soundproofing, really, it makes a significant difference for comfort.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. All right, so let's show you our washer and dryer. In this hallway here, down where the staterooms are, we have our washer and our dryer. So our washing machine is built in here to the wall behind this cabinet. It's a regular sized washing machine. It doesn't have, and they're separate, which is nice because sometimes boats have like a washer dryer combo, which is awesome from a space efficiency perspective, but they're usually smaller. And I've heard people say they don't wash very well. They don't dry very well. They don't do both really well, but they do both, you know? But this is a regular sized washing machine. Basically, we can put in a full load of sheets. So it can take a regular load of laundry just like at home. And there's this really cool little storage compartment down here by the washing machine that pops up. And I have all my washer and dryer stuff in there. So that's kind of fun. Right handy. And then down here is the dryer. And so this dryer is, it's actually original to the boat. So it's almost 20 years old. It works great. So we haven't replaced it and we haven't had any problems with it. And again, it's like a typical dryer. It runs about the same as you would expect, like a load of bed sheets would be. And it's kind of fun that these are right here in the stairway because you get some pretty good aim. You can unload the washer and just toss it into the dryer and see how you practice your throwing and catching. Okay, why don't we go into the engine room where there's more serious things happening?
Cool. So we're in the engine room, and there's a lot going on in here. This is my second favorite place on the boat. I'm fortunate that I'm not too tall, so I am able to stand up and walk around here, but there's fantastic access to everything that I need to do on the main engine. We also have a wing, a generator, we have stabilizers with a hydraulic system, and there are other mechanical systems in here as well. I do a lot of my own work, and I take pride in trying to do that. So the Selene is incredibly well thought out. From what systems are where, access was pre-planned. This boat was actually repowered before we purchased the boat, and the yard that did the repowering in Florida actually said it was their easiest repowering job ever. These panels here are the floor in the salon, and they all are, you can unscrew them and lift up the floor, and then there's actually a pre-planned hole in the Flybridge that's a gigantic hatch that pops out, and they were able to lift the engine out of this boat without making any modifications to the boat whatsoever, which is that's thinking ahead. So this is a Cummins QSL 9 405 medium continuous duty engine. Been fantastic for us. We keep up on it, and we've done a number of small upgrades to the boat since we've bought it, and got some plans for some future upgrades to the electrical system. But all the components on this boat are extremely high quality, high end, what you would expect on an ocean going vessel, and I really appreciate that as we've been working on the boat and fixing those little things that come up along the way, and being able to do that, by myself with some help and a good set of tools. So, and I think with that, we'll move on to the Flybridge.
Cool. Welcome to the Flybridge. So we keep saying this is our favorite spot. Yeah. This is where we spend a lot of time, but this is definitely a favorite for us. We have a soft top, which the Selenes also have a hard top, which are just absolutely gorgeous. We really wanted a soft top because we wanted the ability to fold things down if we needed to get under bridges, like doing the loop or different things. So we really like the Flybridge. We don't have the isinglass all up right now, but when we have all of the isinglass up in this area, it feels like a hard top. It's very snug, very cozy, very it feels very rigid, like it's a hard top. So we have the seating here. We just had our canvas reupholstered, and we love it. Yes. We have a nice little table and then 2 captain's chairs, which that is where we actually often are driving the boat from up here. Mm-hmm. We have on our boat deck, we have our dinghy and our davit or crane to blow the dinghy off and on. And we have an aft staircase, which is really nice to get from the boat deck up here on the Flybridge down into the cockpit. It's just like a real quick access if you're anchoring or if you're docking and need to get up and down. I mean, we use that staircase all the time. So that's also an option. It's not something that all of them have, but we really like it. It's nice.
Spaciousness and layout of the Flybridge on the 53 was definitely something that sold us on
and
the 53.
It's
and
all
the
one level.
Yeah, it's all one level. There is a little step here just to get up, but the amount of space up here it's a lot. Mm-hmm. And there's a whole bunch of storage. There's a nice sink and a hose faucet there, which is really nice to be able to wash down the dinghy and flush it when we take it out. The built-in grill is really, really nice. That we use that a lot. I really like grilling up here. You can grill while you're underway, which again, also really nice. Yeah. And where the Flybridge is set on the boat, where it's not set very far back, it's in the right spot where sitting here, I have great visibility to be able to dock from up here or the pilot house or at our wing stations. Like that, we've got a lot of flexibility, but each different spot does give you really great visibility around the boat. And it's the Flybridge was not an afterthought on this boat. Like it is like a first class area where there's plenty of seating for Asher and his friends and our friends to be able to sit up here as a group and enjoy and be comfortable. So
it's a nice space. This is a freezer / refrigerator unit. We used it this summer as our deep freeze, and it was really awesome to have just extra storage, extra capacity, for a long trip. This boat is also equipped with a deep freezer on board that is in the commissary, and that's another option for cold storage.
With that, I think we can tour up on the bow.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So we're sitting here on the bow where we have this nice seat built into the Portuguese bridge, and you just get a phenomenal view of where you're at. We like to sit out here in the evenings if there's a breeze on the bow of the boat. It's also great underway. Asher's actually taken a nap or two up here while we've been underway in calm seas, and it's just phenomenal. Having this was another feature of the 53 that we really liked, and we really have used it a bunch. Other parts of the bow, we have the dual windlass and the chain lockers, some built-in storage for lines and fenders and hoses. And the Portuguese bridge was really a feature that we cared about because, you close that door, that whole area is enclosed. I've had to come out while we've been underway in some rough seas, and you just feel safe. There's always something to hold on to. You've got protection, up to kind of your chest area. And, again, it's taller than he is, so, he's okay to be walking around the boat while we're at anchor or whatever. And, we don't have to worry as much when he is around. I do have, there's a wing station that I have that I can pull out and slide into one of these metal brackets on either side in the bow or the stern to be able to help dock the boat. I found that to be pretty convenient, in certain circumstances where I really want to get a good view of the side of the boat as we're pulling in. And I could just switch back and forth between any one of the stations and, be able to help docking the boat and help with communication. And just the front of the pilot house just has that classic boat nautical look to it. With the reverse rake windows and just that classic boat look that, we really wanted.
So we grew up boating. We love boating. It's something that we joke that is like one hobby that we both love to do that we have in common. And so those years that we were with that in between boats, we kind of were just like missing that depth of connection in a hobby. And we have a lot of our friends and acquaintances don't have boats. We live in kind of a landlocked area, didn't grow up around the water, and are a little confused about why we chose to go this route. And we had considered a summer cottage or a summer home, someplace we could get away from the heat and be in cooler weather, or get a boat like this. And ultimately we decided to get a boat because it's like having a summer home. It is a summer home, but we can travel and we can go to different places. And, the journey is all part of the adventure. And we named the boat Chéile, and that's an Irish phrase that means togetherness and harmony and unity. And this is a way for us to tear away from, just the mundane rat race that we all are kind of working in school and all the extracurriculars and stuff, and it really makes us unplug and be together and slow down and just spend time together. So, it has done that for us. It is definitely fulfilled that for us.
And we, for a while at least, when we were, thinking about trawlers and getting into a trawler, my thought was like, oh, well, we'll do that when we retire.
Mm-hmm.
And the more we kind of thought about that was, that deprives him of having the same experience that we had when we grew up boating.
Yeah.
I was born in May and on the boat in June.
Mm-hmm.
And likewise, you grew up sailing in the summers. And that was a big part of my life. And yeah, you have your own part. So he should be able to, get that same kind of you get a lot of life experiences. And you learn a lot of stuff on the boat.
And you meet a lot of really great people. You meet a lot of different people. Boaters are the friendliest people.
From different places.
Yeah.
A lot of folks will wait and buy a boat and then, have circumstances change or health events come up. And, we just kind of thought about that and we're like, well, we were fortunate enough to have the ability to do this now. So why would we necessarily wait when we can take advantage of this boat and this lifestyle now? Camping or second home, the boat is nice because, it's a summer house that I can change my view anytime I want.
Yeah.
And if I don't, particularly care for my neighbors or I want some peace and quiet, I can go find a quiet spot and drop the anchor and we're on our own. And if we want to be more social, we can, meet up with other Selene couples or other boaters and, get together and be social. So it's a lot of flexibility that you have with the boating lifestyle that you may not have with others. And, I mentioned I like to do my own work. If you ask me to mow the lawn, I'm very not happy about having to do that. If you ask me to work on the boat engine, I am quite inclined to do that. So it is just something that we enjoy. And I find serenity in doing that. And we do get to do it together. Asher's helping me with projects and we're working on projects together. And it is just good time, whether we're hanging out or, working on something that we get to spend together. And we can go check out the commissary.
Sounds good. We're going to see the secret hidden compartment that is amazing on our Selene called the commissary. It's underneath the floor, and down here we have a deep freezer, and then tons of storage. So this is where we put our provisions if we're going on a long trip. We also have just storage things there for spare parts and things like that. Yeah. We have the lazarette too in the cockpit, more for like, mechanical spare parts and mechanical liquids and things, but the commissary is my storage area, and the yeah. But it's really great. Not all of the Selenes have it. We're really blessed that we do, and we like it a lot.
Yeah, and it's nice. It's not climate controlled, but it's also in a dry area of the boat. So putting food in there and other things that like may corrode just if exposed to like the salt air that just naturally flows through the lazarette, like it's a little bit more isolated than a commissary that can keep things not as exposed to the elements, which is really nice.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for the tour of your boat. So glad that you're here in the Selene community. So glad that you're here at the Selene Rendezvous, and we're looking forward to more of your adventures moving forward. So thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, we just love to be part of the community. It's great. Thank you.
Cool. Asher, can I get a high five? Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Cool.